Hello, everyone. Hello, we are live.
Hi.
Morning, everyone.
Welcome to
Hello,
our
hello everyone.
welcome to our weekly live session. This is Sibi here. Just a quick introduction of myself. I'm a nurse educator here in higher education in UK, and a mom of two boys and a proud digital business mentor. And just a quick question to anyone who is watching us or might be watching the replay. Do you ever feel like there just aren't enough hours in the day between work, family, and life? By the time you sit down, the day's already gone, right? So, if that is someone that you think relates to you, then please send us a message as well to say that it's you. And we all were in the same place as well. So, even I felt that. I don't have enough hours in the day between work, kids, household stuff, and everything else. Starting something new can sound impossible. And it did sound impossible. But to be true, I mean, every one of us here in this panel started this business while juggling busy lives. So
Mhm.
today we want to share how we. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can.
Thank you. So tonight we want to share how we actually made it work or make it work in our real life, and how you can too. So sharing some small choices and habits that helps us to create time for our business. So if you feel too busy to start something new, a side hustle, a plan B for an additional source of income, then this live is definitely for you. So let's start with our panelists and let's see what their journey is, and let's see how they are juggling multiple things along with this business. So my first question is to Sis Ifi. Sis Ifi, if you can introduce yourself to the audience and answer what was your biggest challenge when you first started.
Thank you so much, Sister CB, for this opportunity. My name is Ifi. I am a wife and a mom to three lovely children. I am originally Nigerian, resident in the United States. I'm an online business owner and a mentor. You see, there can only be 24 hours in a day. It cannot be, excuse me, it cannot be more than that. It's now left for you and I to distribute this 24 hours to accommodate everything that is important to us. If something is important to you, that's my belief, you must find a way, make time for it. When I started this business, I was a full time employee, working 16 hours some days, working weekends and holidays. I needed time for my family so much so that there was nothing that could stop me from joining this business when I found out that it was going to give me what I was looking for. I didn't have time. I only slept 2 to 3 hours every night because my shifts started at 4 a.m. And so I had to wake up by 2, by 3, at 2 a.m. By 3, I have left the house because I drove like an hour to my place of work. So you see, with just 2 hours of sleep every night, family, I had children. I still, well, I have children, not had, you know, and all that was going on around me as a wife, taking care of your family and all that, I still added this online business to it because to me, it was very important. It was going to be the source of what I was looking for, time, freedom. So you will ask, so if you were this busy, how did you find the time to do it? Well,
Yeah.
I had to create the time because I needed it. And so what I did was, when I come back from work, very exhausted, very, very exhausted. When I say it, I mean every word of it. I take a shower, find something to eat, take my laptop, sit down on my dining table because I didn't have anywhere else to do it, and put in at least 1 hour, at least. Sometimes I do two, depending on when I get home. But I made it a point of duty that every day I must show up for my business, even if it is for 1 hour. It didn't matter how tired I was or how sleepy I was, because I was always sleepy. I made sure I put in that 1 hour. It became a routine, it became a habit for me to put in at least an hour, even though it cut short the hours I had to sleep. But this was very important to me if I was to get what I wanted. For me, it was life and death. And so I had to do what I had to do. Yes, everybody is busy. We are all busy. We all have families to take care of. But like I said, if something is important to you, there can only be 24 hours in a day. Some of us wish it was 72 hours a day, but no, it's 24. You must find a way of splitting these hours and, marrying it with whatever it is you have to do if that thing is important to you. So being busy shouldn't be an excuse not to do what you have to do. All it takes is for you to schedule yourself. Say, okay, I'm going to do this at this time. At the time I joined this business, I wasn't able to do that because I had to go to work. I didn't own my time, so I had to go to work. But if you own your time, or even if you don't own your time, try to make out time when you come back from work. Depending on when you come back, take a little rest, eat, shower, have a little rest if you want. I didn't want to because I didn't have time to take that little rest because I had to sleep for my 2 or 3 hours in the night. So just take a little rest if you have it, and then schedule this time. Say from 7, if you come back at 6, you take 1 hour up to 7. Okay, I'll work from 7 to 8 or from 7 to 9, and then I'm done. If you do that consistently, there is no reason why you shouldn't be successful in this business. But if you have your time, you're not working for anyone, you're a full-time business owner, then you make your schedule. Like me, once my kids go to school, I take a shower, take my glass of water. Here, I'm still drinking it. Sit down on my desk and start doing whatever I need to do the way I have scheduled it. Once I do that, by 1:45, 2:45, I'm off to pick my kids. If I don't cover what I have scheduled to do, as soon as they come back, they take their snacks, they're resting, I go back and start working until it is time for me to do some other thing. So my time is structured every day in this way. I wake up early, but I do some other things, do my prayer and all that I need to do. And then I wake my kids up and start getting them ready for school. Once they leave, I do my own thing, then sit down and start working. This wasn't what it was when I started the business because, like I said, I was working, but I still found time after work to put in 1 or 2 hours. Thank you, Sister CB.
Thank you so much, Sissy. Oh my word! Look at the passion in you. I think it's the passion, the dedication, the consistency that we could see in your routine. Amazing. Like, going from working on holidays and sleepless nights, you understood the need for having something different that could help rewrite your story, and to be able to spend those important moments and milestones of your children. And for that, you did what you needed to do, and you took action, you started this digital business, you did your due diligence, and you just went into it. And we can clearly see your dedication, like coming back from work and putting that hour or two consistently, whatever might be the reason. That is what has brought you where you are today. So well done, Sisifi, for sharing your story and your consistency and showing your passion on what you're doing today. And I think, for anything that we do, if it has to be successful, I think we have to be passionate about it, and we have to be consistent. And it's just one of the examples that Sisifi has just shared. So thank you so much. And I think also from my experience, I currently work as a nurse educator, and I work 9 to 5. And similarly, as I get time in between, I do what I need to do in order to do some input into the side hustle that I'm doing today. And I'll share more as I go along and as we listen to our different panelists today. So next question, I'll ask Sis Fatmata. So Sis Fatmata, what did you cut back on to make space for this business?
Hello, everyone. My name is Fatmata Bwiwa. I'm a mom, wife, originally from Sierra Leone, West Africa, now living in the US. I'm a registered nurse and a proud digital business owner. I know for me, I need to cut down on my scrolling time. I know it's still a struggle, but I've been able to cut down. I know it's something that you so used to it that you're gonna like, oh, what am I doing? So like for me, I know so many of you watching us can relate to that. We spend endless hours scrolling, especially if you caught up to a series, you will just keep scrolling. Like for me, I have a Netflix subscription. I like the comedy show. I like comedy. I used to watch Dry Bar. But when I joined this business, because I know I was spending endless time, it's like different comedians coming on. You will watch it forever. I'll just be laughing. My kids, Mommy, what are you laughing? So when I started this business, I'm like, you know what? I'm subscribing. All it's giving me is satisfaction. I've invested in this business. Now I'm ready to build something for myself. I know it's hard, but I made that decision and that choice. I'm like, I'll focus on my business, something that will generate money for me. That's something that's just a liability, and I'm just having satisfaction from it. I know it's a very hard decision, but I gotta do that in order for me to be able to focus on my business, do things that will generate success for my business. And for TV, now I don't spend too much watching TV. I still watch my shows on TV, but I do more focus on my business. Like doing this go live, reaching out to people that are show interest into my business. I focus now more on my business. Don't get me wrong, I still go like to my personal page, likes people like, share, and do other things. But now I'm more focused on my business because this is something I'm building not only for myself, but for my kids. My why is bigger than getting to hold on to something that's not going to generate anything for me. So it was a big decision, and I've seen that it has even made me not be losing money because I'm not subscribing at money anymore. I know so many of you are doing subscriptions. Sometimes you're subscribing for something you're not even using all the time. But here, I've invested in something. I'm making an progress in life. I'm learning. I've learned so many skills. I'm able to connect with other people, and I'm even able to impact other people's life because our business is about helping anybody that want to make a living for themselves. So if you're somebody out there that's struggling with the same thing I was struggling with, come join us, because we have like trainings that will show you like mindsets, show you like this is something that is more about your business. So you will choose for yourself. Do you want to focus on just things that you get satisfaction to, or something that you will do in order to build your business? So if you're struggling with that, you can do it. Is just come and check out what our business is and see how you can be able to change that habit of yours too. Thank you so much for watching. It's up to you, Miss CB. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Sis Fatmata. And yeah, I think what you said is so true, isn't it? Scrolling. I think once you sit down to relax with your phone in your hand and you start scrolling, it's like an addiction. It's you know that you've got plenty of things to do, but it's like an escapism, isn't it? You just want to forget everything, all your
Yes.
responsibilities, and just sit there and just keep scrolling and enjoy what other people have put on social media. But what we don't realize at the same time is that yes, we are scrolling and probably helping other people who have uploaded their reels or posts on social media to monetize and benefit from our scrolling. But even if
Mm.
we use little bit of time from that scrolling to invest into our business, we could be making additional income for ourselves too, isn't it? So yes, I think scrolling is one of the most a habit that many of us did have, and including me. I mean, I was not much into social media, but I would watch YouTubes and the reels in there, and I would used to enjoy hours watching that, and including Netflix and Prime and things like that. But it's not that you have to sacrifice all of this, but what it teaches us, I think, when you once you join the business, of course you have your why you have come into this. You want to have that additional time either for your family, for traveling, or for whatever reason that you want that additional income. You don't want to trade your time for money. You don't want to go and do extra shifts. You would rather be with your family and earn
Mhm.
at the same time, and that's what this business helps you to do. So if you have that strong why, if you have that focus and dedication, then of course it's like it's not like a job. It's like it's a business, and you don't see amazing results overnight. It will need you to nurture the business, and to nurture it, it will need some sacrifice, and to do that learning that is available on that platform, and just follow the steps. And as Sis Fatmata said, we learn about self-disciplining, we learn about having that positive mindset, and it all comes as part of the training. And that's the beauty of it. It is like a business in a box that just gives us all the information that we need to do, and all we need to do is just plug into the system and follow it, and ensure that we dedicate some of our time on a daily basis in order to make this business work. And even if it is not on a daily basis, you can't skip it. There's no one monitoring you. You are your own CEO, right?
Mm.
So if you can't work on a couple of days, you just put some extra time when you can. And that is the beauty of it. So thank you so much for sharing that, Sis Fatmata. So let's go to Sis Ship now. Sis Ship, I know you have come literally back from work, so
Oh yeah.
the perspective of what we are talking about today. So can you tell us, like, do you have a set routine, or do you just fit it around your day? How do you do it? How do you manage this business along with your busy work life?
Thank you so much, CCB. Yes, my name is Chip, and I am a nurse here in the UK and a mum of two. As you've just heard from CCB, I have just literally come back from work from a shift. So yes, this business, the good thing about this business is the flexibility. So you are the CEO of your own business, so you can run it at your own pace. So what I do after my business was set up, I found it so much easier because it takes me 1 to 2 hours each day. I do dedicate time to my business. Okay. Every day, I make sure when I come back from work, I have at least an hour or two just attending to my business, attending to inquiries, attending to anything that anyone may want to know about the business. And just, making sure I'm learning, attending to masterminds, just learning anything to do with mindset to give us the confidence. And since I started this business, so much more confidence thanks to this business. So yes, this business can be done anytime really. You can do it, it can be fit, but when you're doing your family school runs, if you're spending family time, so you don't have to dedicate hours and hours on this business. So you don't even need, you can do this business while you're working full time. For those who are worried about, oh, I haven't got the time to do the business because I'm working every day. Yes, you can. If you really, really want something bad enough, as like if he said earlier, you will dedicate that time, that 1 hour, 2 hours, just step by step, just to build your business. So this is how, as a nurse, a mum, and a business owner, I've learned that this business, there's no one size fits all at all. So you can do, as long as you start, that's all that matters, and take each step by step, and build your business, and be where you are, dedicating your time, that small time, and dedicating obviously your all in building something for yourself. So during my break time at work, I do look at my business as well. That's another half hour I would spend looking at my business, answering inquiries.
Mhm.
So that's what I do dedicate. That's the only time I do dedicate to my business, really. And like you can see today, I've come straight back and attended to my business as well. So, so that I know that I am giving time. And if I just slack, I could have just been sitting at home watching television instead of like doing something about it. So yeah, so anyone can do this. The flexibility of our business is big because you do not need to dedicate hours and hours. So if you're ready to start, give us all a message and we will help you get started. As you can see, there's 5 of us here. So take a peek who you want to work with, and you're welcome to our business. Thank you. Over to you, Sister B.
Thank you, Sis Shiv. Thank you. You touched on the most important bit of this is the flexibility, isn't it? You don't have to sit 9 to 5 or at this particular time on this particular day to finish a task or anything like that. You set your own routine and you work along that route because you know how your life is, what your day-to-day work needs you for, and so you can build a schedule where you can dedicate some time for your business. So that is the beauty of it. And you also did mention you can do it anytime, so it doesn't matter, it's daytime, nighttime, weekends, weekdays. And even so, you, even if you are going away from your, on holiday or going to meet friends, family, you carry the business with you. It's not like a shop where you have to be there or allocate it to somebody else to go away. You take it with you. That's the flexibility. There is no rigid place that you need to do this business, and there's no rigid time. You can choose the place and you can choose the time that you would like to work this business and do your input that is needed. So thank you so much for sharing that. But last but not the least, I'll go to Sis Paramita, who has got quite a few years of experience in this business, to finally tell us what advice would you give someone who says that I'm too busy to start. I just don't think I can fit this into my daily routine. Oh, you're muted, Sis Paramita.
Oops, sorry. So thank you so much for this question. Yes,
when someone say that they are too busy to start the business. I totally get it, because um, you know there is the truth that being busy is the exactly the reason why you should start. Because if you are busy with your work, your family, you don't have any time. So if you don't take action now, if you say that I'm too busy to start the business, then next 5, 10, 20 years you will be this busy only. You will never find your time. So if I tell you this way, that I know that you are very busy, because I can't if you feel like you can't start, I totally get you, because I was in same position few years back. I was used to think that, other than my job, I can't do anything else, because I have kids, I have responsibilities, this and that. But when I started this business, I realized that this business actually can give the freedom, the time freedom and flexibility which we always look for. And your 9 to 5 job cannot give that to you, that freedom, that time freedom, work on your own terms. If you want that, if you don't want to carry out this, too busy, you are not getting any time for yourself, you're missing milestones, you are not having time for your family, you don't have time for your parents, then it is the time to start this business. Because starting a business does not mean that you are adding another job with your current job. If with the right system and the automation we provide, and the flexibility we have, you just need to add. At my all my co-business owners just talked about it, like how they are managing this business, here and there, whenever they are getting time. Like right now, we are doing this live, and I know that some of them just came back from their work, and now they are sitting and giving half an hour time to their business, because they know that if they squeeze this times, this is the path to their freedom in future. The life they wanted to craft, the dreams they have, if they want to make it reality, then they have to squeeze some time now. So if you think that you are too busy to start the business, check out our system, because we have a very smart system specially designed for busy people. You don't need to adjust your business in your life. It is the other way around. That's why you will see in our business, if you are following us, you will see most of the people are busy professionals or parents. They are doing this business because we just need to, if you can consistently give 1 or 2 hours every day, you are all set. You are building a business to you are this today's
Mm.
1 or 2 hour can build a business for your future. When you are working for someone else, you are not building anything, you are building for them. And here, by spending 1 or 2 hours, you are building a legacy which you can pass on to your children. So think this way, think about, because we are all adults here and we are mature. So we all think about our future. We just don't work for the present. So that's why, if you want to secure your future, then you will definitely have time today. You will definitely find time today. As some of my co-business owners already told that you cut down your scroll time, because nowadays we all of us, I don't think not a single person they say that we don't watch anything, we don't watch any reels or YouTube or Netflix. No, we do that. And if you can cut down some of that time, sometimes it happened with me. Sometimes I didn't even realize how much time I wasted watching others reels. That time I can put
making my own post and reels, and because we do social media marketing, so we that time we can use to run our business, to learn something new, attend some trainings. So so that way we building our business. So if you are too busy, then this is the right time to start actually. So thank you for CB for asking me this question.
Thank you. That's such a good, important advice that you have actually said. Like, if you are busy, this is the right time to start. So,
Yeah.
just I can reflect on my own self. Like, I used to bring work home. Even when I'm on weekends, I'm still working because I haven't finished my work that I need to do, and there was never time. But now I think joining this business has given me this consistency, have got me into this self discipline, into and also helped me to manage my time.
Mhm.
So now I find that when I'm at work, I just do my work and I don't bring work home. I still manage that. I don't know how, my workload hasn't changed, but that is, I think it's what the business has taught me, the how to manage my time, manage my work. And now when I'm home with my family. And as you have heard, like sis Fifi and sis Paramita and sis Fatma, like 1 to 2 hours, and some of us dedicate it after work. And so, as sis Chip said, she dedicates her hours like throughout the day, and I tend to do that as well. I take some time before I go to work. In between, if I get break, I do it, and after coming back home, I dedicate a couple of minutes, 2 hour. But it sometimes I don't get time, like when I come back home, to do it because I have got friends coming home and things like that. But what I tend to do is that I make sure over the weekend I spend some additional time to make up for what, so that it's just so that I can do the training, I can do the 10 to 20% of the input that is required from this system, because 80% is automated and the system takes care of it. So that's it, everyone. As you can see, none of us started with extra hours lying around.
No.
We learned to create time by prioritizing what matters most. And here's the thing, if you wait for life to slow down or wait for the right time to take action, you will wait forever, right? So the question isn't that, do I have the time or is it the right time? The real question is, am I ready to make time for the life I actually want? So
Mhm.
remember, busy people are the ones who get things done because they have the commitment, they have the focus and the passion, as you have heard from the panelists today. So before we wrap up, I want to thank all my amazing panelists for sharing their experiences and practical tips tonight. Your stories are proof that it's possible, and I hope their story inspire you as an our audience to take the next step in rewriting your own story and creating the life that you really wish for. So don't just dream it, take the next step. Your story is waiting to be rewritten. Reach out to any of us in the panel, and we are more than happy to guide you on how to begin. So let's start today. Thank you. Bye bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.